Good morning, all of you. Okay, so this video I'm doing for board examination 2020-21. Especially I'm going to cover for class 10th. For 12th, I'll make another video. This is particularly for class 10. The kind of strategy, and I'll also talk about the changes you will find in this board examination as due to COVID-19. There are certain changes, not certain. There are many changes you will find in this session. The kind of paper you're going to get, the kind of strategy, and everything. I'm going to cover everything from A to Z in this video. Okay, we'll wait for some time and we'll start. Just wait a minute. Okay, so hello, welcome again. Good morning to this new video covering class 10th board examination. Now, as COVID-19, we all know, we are very aware of that due to COVID-19, schools are closed and they might open soon, maybe tomorrow or maybe sometime we need to open the school. But between all this, there is board examination that will probably held in March every year, and as like each year, this year also board will be special for many of you. Good morning, good morning, everyone. And to students who are targeting really high marks, so I'll cover for them also. There must be some student who have not even started to study, so please start. We'll cover them also. So this video, first of all, I'll talk about the kind of syllabus. Now CBSE has sent a notification to school also. It's in the website also, I think, that syllabus will be cut down by 25 to 30%. Now this means 70% of syllabus you need to cover this year. 70 to 75% of syllabus you need to cover this year for your board examination. As 25 to 30% they are cutting down in syllabus, 25% they will cut down, so 75% remains that you need to prepare this year. In this 70 to 75%, there are some topics that they have totally ignored this year, or there are some between the topics also, means they have not cut down the complete chapter or complete topic. They have chosen something, so for this you need to be very detail. You need to know in detail what kind of changes they have made. This information you must have got from your school, or we will cover this in some other video. But uh, the thing is 70% of syllabus is going to come in this exam. Now this is related to syllabus, that 70% of syllabus will be covered and 30% has removed the syllabus from your board examination. So this was all about your syllabus. Now the kind of exam you're going to face this year is uh, MCQ will be increased. There will be more MCQs you will get this year in comparison to some other year. Yeah, this year you will get more MCQs. This means I think 20% of the exam. This is 20% of the exam means out of 100, 20 marks at least. This is at least 20 marks. There might be some more changes, seeing the situation, seeing the kind of problems students are facing as classes are going online. They have not seen the physical classes yet, and maybe in November, but we don't know it yet. So at least 20% of the paper will be MCQ based. Now this is both plus and minus. Now I say it's a advantage and disadvantage both. Why? Now coming to advantages, you need not to write a long answer. You need not to describe thing in length to get a score. This is advantage. Now this is disadvantage also, because MCQ, if facing the MCQ, you have options. Now if you choose the right answer, you get complete mark. If you miss somewhere, you lose your mark. So MCQ, I feel, is going to be difficult, because choosing the right answer will be important, because in this if there is descriptive based question. Now in descriptive, if you need to explain, the mark is 5, for example, the question is of 5 mark, and you write something, you get 2, you get 3, sometimes you get 5. So this is the probability of scoring in a explanatory answers. But when coming to MCQs, there is option, and in these option, if you choose rightly, if you choose correctly, you score full, but if you miss, you score 0. So this is, I feel, a disadvantage of having an MCQ paper. So MCQ will increase, and certainly as syllabus is decreasing, they have deducted the syllabus. So MCQ will be from those topics, and you need to study in depth. You have to go deep to do the MCQs correctly. You need to study very deeply. Now go through your chapter very nicely so that you don't miss the MCQs. So this was about yes, ICSE paper also, because see, CBSE is a giant body, I'll say. Now this will be the thing I'm explaining will going to be correct for your ICSE also, your state board also. So this is going to be for everyone. Everyone, this is going to be. It's not that only CBSE going to take this kind of pattern, because you must have seen that all the state board they follow CBSE. So CBSE pattern will be followed by your ICSE and by your state board. So this video is for everyone. This we're going to cover everyone. So MCQ, I have talked about that. MCQ, you're going to get more MCQ in comparison to other years. The other student, the previous year paper, if you see, if there are 10 MCQ, so for say this year you're going to get 15 or maybe 20 MCQ. So MCQ based question, I have said that this is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Okay, now moving on to your I have covered your syllabus, I have covered your wait I have covered your exam pattern. So MCQ I talked about. Okay. Now coming to practicals. Now practical, there are many practical subject. In those practical subject this year, you going to get practical that you can prepare at your home. Means something they are targeting the CBSE body or ICSE also, because if you read the notification clearly, they have mentioned that the practical going to be something that is logical, means they are not going to deduct the logical things, they are not going to remove the logical things. No change will be there in your distribution also. If you see that your, if for example your paper is of 100 mark and you get 80 mark for your exam, and 20 mark you get from your school, that is practical that I'm talking about. So there will be no change in that. Don't feel that you're going to have a 50-50 or 70-30 or 60-40. There will be no change in that. If it is of 80-20, so they will stick to 80-20. If there is 70-30, they will stick to 70-30. There will be no change in practical and your theory exam. This will be no change. So don't feel that you will get extra mark from your school. Okay. So good morning. Good morning. Okay. So this was about your practical and your theory. Okay. So no change. I have said that no change will be done in your marks distribution. They will stick to the original, the contemporary thing. They will the traditional kind of paper you're going to get 80-20, 70-30. Okay. Now coming to your papers. Now, as uh, the student are having online session, they are joining the online classes. No physical class has been done till yet. So paper is going to be in that way only, because they will keep this in mind that student have not went to school for very long time. So this will be kept in mind, and preparing the paper. Now, for paper, I have divided the thing in two parts. First is your subjects there that are based on practical and application. So, maths and science. If I talk about your class 10th, maths or science, that means your physics, chemistry, biology, and your mathematics. These are the subjects that I call are based on application and practical. The second division is, now they are application based. Now the second division is the kind of exam that are based on theory. Okay, so Hindi, your English, and your social studies, your history, geography, polity. Now these are the two distribution. If I divide them in broad way, so I'll divide them in two parts. Application based. So maths and science, they are totally application based, and you need to practice them. And in your class 9th, class 8, whatever you have studied, just put them in order and work for your class 10. So you need to work really hard in maths and science. Practice as much as you can, because scoring in maths and science is difficult. Because difficult, I say, as if you know the formula but you don't know the application, how to apply the formula, you cannot score in your maths and science part. So these two papers are really difficult, and to score in these papers you need to practice more and more. So as much as you will practice more, you will score in this segment, in this section. Now in detail I'm going to cover the other three subjects, because I have seen that school are carrying classes for maths and science, but they are ignoring Hindi, English, and social studies. Now my personal opinion is Hindi, English, and social studies. Now, these are the subjects which help you score high marks, good mark in your board, or in any of the exam. I'll say now these three subjects: Hindi, English, and SST. Yes, I'm covering that only. Good morning. Good morning. See, Hindi, English, and SST. Now, these are subjects which are based on language. So, not dividing them in three, I'll cover them in one part. Now, English, SST, and Hindi. As much as you can read and as much as you can write, it will make you score higher. Okay, because they are subjects based on your writing skills. So More you write, more you read, more you score. That's the simple formula. The more you are reading, the more you are writing, the more you are scoring. Okay, so this is very simple formula. You just stick to this thing only. Just read and write, read and write. You just go through your book and write the topic. Now, reading and writing will be obviously boring because classes are not going on. SST I'll first talk about. So SST, you just stick to your NCRT books. For SST, for other subject also, I'll say NCRT should be your guide, your NCRT book or your main book that your school uses. That should be your ultimate guide. Ultimate guide to success, I'll say, is your NCRT book, your main book. Just stick to that, stick to them, read them really good thoroughly. You just go through the book, you just go through thoroughly through the book, and you then write the thing. Because classes are not going on, you don't have notes, you don't have support from your school. And I'll say, if you are getting classes from your school, or you surely might be getting classes from your school, you read a topic, and instead of telling your teacher to explain the whole chapter, the whole topic, you ask them the doubts, the particular topic you are having doubts in. You ask your teacher to give you that doubt session instead of having the complete session. Because I think in a week you are getting one or two session of social studies. Some are in fact not getting any session of social studies or English or Hindi. So if you're getting opportunity, don't ask your teacher to explain the whole thing. Just you first read the topic clearly, you read the book nicely, and when you get time, when you get opportunity to meet your teacher or you're meeting online, you go and ask the doubt. And I'll say, try to meet your teacher personally sometime, once a week or twice a week if you can. Just visit your teacher personally and ask for his time. And you can because physical touch is really important. Physical touch is really important for scoring these three subjects. Because you see, uh, YouTube or any other platform, Google, YouTube, you have many content maker. There are content which are helpful, but there are content which are not helpful. Now I'll take this in length. See, for example, you are studying online right now. You are studying online. Why I said stick to your books? Don't study online. Don't you have full attention. You are don't pay full attention to your online studies. Online studies, I'm talking about the content you are watching in YouTube or in Google. You should not rely on that. Because where is the accountability? Who will be accountable for your result? Now, accountability is really important to school. Because if your teachers, who are your school teachers, I'm talking about, if your school teacher are telling you something, they are giving you homework, they are explaining the topic, there is accountability set for them. They are accountable for your result. But when I talk about the online platform, they are not accountable for your result. No one will is accountable. So accountability is really important. And uh, as I have also seen, you must have seen that there are content maker who are not making the clear thing or the right thing, I'll say. Because many content I have found in Google which is wrong, many content I saw in YouTube which is wrong. So who going to decide, and where is the time to decide? It is 4 months away. You are 4 months away from your board examination. And if you are watching YouTube, if you are watching Google, so I don't think you will score that good. You will not score that much of marks. Because you will find that you are giving too much time for your online platform and taking very less time for your books. So stick to your books, read your books nicely. This is one point. Use as less as you can online platform. And third, if your teachers are making videos, you watch them those videos very nicely. I have seen students are not watching those videos. The teacher making the video is putting the efforts. The school teacher I'm talking about, they are putting the efforts. They are working on the plan and then they are making the videos. And if you are not watching the video, you are certainly losing the thing, because he or she is trying to give you something in this pandemic. Okay, so one thing I said, stick to your book. Second thing I said, don't you keep searching the content. Don't keep searching the content in online platform, YouTube or Google, as I said. And third thing I mentioned is, if your teachers are making videos, watch those videos very nicely. And fourth thing that I have mentioned is, if possible, visit your teacher once a week. Carry your doubts, ask him the doubt, ask the doubts and clear your doubt. At least you can visit once a week. Ask for time, you can go if your teacher resides nearby. This is fourth thing. Fifth thing, if you have not started the study, if you have not started your preparation, so one thing I said, stick to your book if possible. If possible, because I don't think it is possible for all of you. I believe you take some classes from your, there must be someone nearby, because due to pandemic teachers are at home. So if some teacher are your, they reside in your nearby area, you take his time, you visit that teacher, and you can have the topic explained by him personally. Okay, because you cannot go to your school, you cannot go to classes. So visit personally some teacher who is nearby. Go to that teacher, take his time for at least 2 to 3 months, because scoring in Hindi, English, and social will be difficult. It will be difficult, although it is, I think, the easiest part. And one of the easiest thing I feel scoring is these three subjects. But this time the thing have changed, because you have not studied Hindi, English, and social studies in that length. So you need to study deeply and you need to visit teachers. Okay, so just visit some teacher and at least take 2 to 3 month classes from that teacher. That will really help, because don't feel that you going to score good without help. Okay, so read the books nicely and visit some teacher. At least for 1 month, you join some classes, you join, take some personal tuition, and ask all your doubts or all your topics that you feel are important. And one more thing, don't rely on anybody. Means, see, if you have some help from an experienced teacher, because the time is very, we don't have that much of time. It is 4 months now, so you need to take help from a teacher who is experienced, who is knowing the thing very nicely, because that person will certainly help you in a very good manner. In a very good manner, that person will help you, because someone who is looking at the syllabus for the very first time, I don't think it will be for your good, because he that person is watching the thing for the first time. How you feel he going to cover the thing for you in 2 to 3 months? So taking help from an experienced teacher will be of very much help to you. Okay, now this was for your syllabus, the marks distribution I have covered, the kind of preparation you need for your SST, English, and Hindi I have said. Read, write, read, write, read, write. Now, this should be your formula. Just read and write. Because as much as you write, if you have the writing skill, you will score. If you don't have the writing skill, create writing skill. Because these three subjects may be of your help, maybe of your help. And if you have not started to prepare, please do it now because 4 months are sufficient. 4 months are sufficient. You must have seen people preparing for NDA, CDSC, sometime for IS also. They prepare for 3 to 4 months and they score good. So if you have not scored, if you have not, sorry, if you have not started to prepare, start preparing it now. Okay. Now this was for your SST, Hindi and science and maths and science. Now I'll talk about now maths and science. You definitely need help of a teacher. You definitely need a help of a teacher. Other than online, I'm talking about means not online classes. You need physical classes. So again, nearby teachers they are fine because many good teachers are at home at this time. You can get time from really good teachers who I don't think will be able to provide you time once the thing are normal, but right now all are at home. So I feel that many good teachers are sitting at home, they have time and they can provide you time and with their experience it will be very good thing that you get their experience. And maths and science, as I said, these topics, these two subjects are application based. You need to know the application, you need to know the formula, and you should be able to apply that formula also. Means not only knowing is important, how to apply, how to do the thing is important. And again, as I said, your main book, again I'll say in this, your science and mathematics also cover your NCRT nicely once you have covered your NCRT, because NCRT is the guide and this book is something that provides you good path, good guide. So NCRT, you cover the NCRT very nicely, at least 2 to 3 times, at least 3 times. If you can go for it 4 or 5 times before you sit for exam, you should cover the book 4 5 times. But if you can't do it 5 times, go 2 to 3 times, minimum 2 to 3 times. Then only you will score. Because doing the book one time is not of help. Because I have seen student, you go for NCRT, you read some part of it, means not properly. They are not reading the book properly. They are doing some taking some question and then they move on to R.S. Agarwal, R.D. Sharma. I don't think this is of help because if you see the paper, you will get questions, kind of question that are already in NCRT. So if you have the book, do the book nicely, do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and then if you find time, if you feel that yes, you have done the book nicely, properly, you have covered the things, then you go for the help book. In maths, I'm talking about, in science, because in NCRT, it is not a length explanation because in length, some of the topics are not given in length. You see the topic and then you take out the help book to study the topic in length, but don't study unnecessarily. You should not study unnecessarily. Now this is correct for your social also, for Hindi also, English also, and science. 4 subjects I'm saying. Take out your NCRT book, see the topic, find the topic that you want to study, and then if you feel that the information is not in that length, then you take out your help book. Now again, taking help book will be of help rather than searching in YouTube or searching in Google. I am not saying that online platform is not of help. It is of help, but for India, the platform is new. We have not that much of thing presently in hand. So online platform will help, but for future studies, not for now, because you don't have time. Because for next session or in some upcoming years, you will find that students are studying from online platform. They are scoring good mark, but right now the content is, it is like flowing. YouTube is full of content, Google is full of content, but who have made that content? Who is the person? Is he the person who is responsible for your result? Is he the person who will take accountability if you fail? No, I don't think so. This year, I'll say, if you are presently sitting for board examination, you should not uh, search unnecessary content, see unnecessary videos. Better than that, take out some time, go to your book, study the book nicely. You will score nice. You will score really good marks rather than searching for your online content. Okay, now this was for your science, SST, English, and Hindi. Now again, there are some topics in science that you cannot study without the help of a teacher, because there are things who are very difficult. Because as I said, the subject is application based. So take help from your teacher. If you are taking online classes, again I'll say, rather than telling your teacher, asking your teacher for whole topic, you choose topic and you ask that topic. Because online, when the teacher is teaching, he have 40 minutes or 30 minutes, half of his time is he's losing in asking thing, or in student are not opening camera. So rather than losing your time by just, this is just wastage of time. So rather than asking for the whole chapter explained, you choose the topic, you study the topic in advance, and when teacher is available, you should go and ask the teacher to explain that particular topic or that particular thing that you are seeing difficult to do. And if possible, as I said, you can take out some time and visit your teacher personally if possible. You show you, but not possible, I think. Now this will become mandatory, because in 4 months you have to face your board examination, and if you are not visiting your teacher personally, it will certainly make some problem for you. Now, this was all for the class 10. Next, I will try to make a video on how many topics have been removed from syllabus for CBSE and ICSE. In both the board, I'll cover how many topics had been removed, what kind of syllabus has been removed, and what kind of examination you're going to get this year. But in short, I have already explained that 30% of the syllabus will be removed. You must have information about that. And MCQs will be more, means more MCQs you are going to get. And what are the advantages and disadvantages of MCQ? I have already explained that. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. See you some other time. Thank you for watching.